Welcome to Light Church Kids. I'm Dean, and today we're joined by three of my sons, Tom and Will and Sid. Do you want to say hello, boys?
Hello. Hello.
Okay, today is Good Friday, and I was going to ask these boys, what do you know about Good Friday? Does anyone want to have a go?
It's Friday.
What's that, Will?
It's Friday.
Okay, it's on a Friday. Do you know what happens? What Easter thing happens on Good Friday?
What is?
Well, not on Good Friday. Not yet. But that's true. We're excited for Easter eggs. So Good Friday is the day when Jesus died. Okay? It's the day we remember when Jesus died. What do you know about how Jesus died? What do you reckon, Sid?
What is this stuff? He died on the cross.
Yes, he did die on the cross.
What?
Now, this is a microphone, Tom.
Oh.
So, we learnt the other week that Jesus was praying in the garden at night time. Do you remember that? And what happened after he was praying? Anyone know? No? That's all right. So after he was praying in the garden, he was arrested. And the soldiers came and arrested him, or some guards came and arrested him. And then, after he was arrested, he was taken to the religious leaders, and they weren't happy with Jesus. Okay? With the things that Jesus had been doing. And after they took Jesus to the religious leaders, then they took Jesus to the Roman governor, Pilate. And he said, well, I don't know about this man. Doesn't seem like he's done anything wrong. Have you heard this story before? Ah. So he said, I don't think he's done anything wrong. He said, who would you like? Would you like Barabbas? He was a man who was in the prison. Would you like Barabbas, or would you like Jesus? And Pilate was thinking that they would choose Jesus. They would want Jesus. But the crowd shouted, no, we want Barabbas! We want Barabbas! And do you remember what the crowd was shouting when Jesus... Yeah?
To the Son of David.
Well, do you think they were liking Jesus then, when he came into Jerusalem? But now, they said, crucify Jesus. Put him on the cross. What's that, Will?
What does crucify mean?
That means put him on the cross. And so that's what Pilate did. And we'll read this bit from the Bible. So they put Jesus on the cross. And it says, from noon, from about the middle of the day until about 3 o'clock, the whole land was covered in darkness. And then Jesus cried out in a loud voice. He said, my God, why have you deserted me? And the people heard him crying out. And one of them gave him a sponge with some vinegar on it and put it on a stick. And they put it up to the cross for Jesus to drink. And the rest said, leave him alone. Let's see if Elijah comes to save him, or someone comes to save him from heaven. And then Jesus cried out in a loud voice again from the cross. And then he died. And at that moment, the curtain in the temple was torn from the top to the bottom. Now the curtain...
I can remember a picture of the curtain almost at the bottom ripped, and all the people were scared.
Yeah. But what that meant was that there was no separating between God and people anymore. Okay? And when that curtain ripped, the whole earth shook. There was an earthquake, and tombs broke open. And it says in the Bible, the bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. So people came back to life again. So when Jesus died, there was this whole power of life that went out. And the Roman guards who were there at the bottom of the cross guarding Jesus, they said, he was surely the Son of God. And not far away, many of the women who followed Jesus were watching. Now, this is really important because all of Jesus' friends, the disciples, all those men, they had run away. But the ladies who were following Jesus, they stayed behind to be with Jesus. Okay? And there were two ladies called Mary and the mother of two of the other disciples was there too. And they stayed with Jesus when he died. Now, what do you think of that story, Sid?
I don't know.
Is it a sad story?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Will?
What is that for? A bit cool because the person lit up and it was like an earthquake.
Yeah, that is cool. And cool what that meant, that there was no separating between us and God. So that's a sad story for Good Friday, but what we remember is that on Sunday there's going to be good news, okay? So Friday can be a sad day, but the good news is coming. All right. Thanks, boys. You want to say see ya?
See ya. See ya. See ya.